it makes me very uncomfortable when he has constantly talked about his sister in past tense, when he is now confidently telling you Suzanne hasn't gone far, she's within 30 or 40 miles, and that she's going to be found. What is his role? His job is not to try and freak out Barry or the abductor or the murderer. His job is to organise a search. It is not to try and control any narrative, is it? Just like Fox News has done, hopelessly I may add, and I can't see this launching someone's stellar career, frankly, because the coverage has just been, just in my humble opinion, really pathetic, really manipulative, really misleading, and it's because you want to fill in all the gaps. You want to fill in all the gaps about what's happened in between the things that you might know. Look, we've got a weird timeline. We've got a person that may well have gone missing on a Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. We've got lots of different sites. We've got things happening at weird times, okay? But we've also got things that can look one way, could look one way, but can be completely just a straight up other way. That has nothing to do with Suzanne Morphew. We have got some shady characters. Yes, we do. We have got some interesting business dealings. We've got transient population with the RV park. We have got hundreds of people coming in and out of that zone with the capability of taking someone away. We have allegations of someone having a short fuse. If we look at the timeline of when someone has a short fuse, it's around the time when his wife was very sick and when he was probably trying to move her to some fresh mountain air, maybe. We don't know. There's not enough known. Okay, we have someone doing a push-up competition, do we? Well, we've got an M written in after Barry. Is that just to drive home that it was Barry Morphew? The M is not matching any other writing that Barry made. It doesn't match the writing of the word Barry. We still don't even know who wrote that on the blackboard. Could be another Barry. I don't know. We're told it's Barry Morphew. And we're shown a picture of the blackboard with that M written on there. We don't have footage of Poncha Cafe, so we've got someone's word for it that someone came in that was Barry that handed a note over, pathetic note. And we've got some sandwiches that match the writing, but we don't know who wrote any of that. We don't know if Barry wrote that note about the baby blue helmet. And maybe he didn't give the lady the description of Suzanne because maybe they go in there regularly. You're not thinking straight, are you, like this? Maybe they go to Poncha Cafe regularly and he goes, well, my wife Suzanne is missing. Why would you write down the description for the person who knows her? But Barry hasn't come out and said either way, yes, I did that, I didn't do that. So, it's on the news. A lady's talking about it. A lady who happens to be friends with a housekeeper at Holiday Inn Express in Broomfield. It's a small world, I guess. People working in Denver would know someone in Poncha. Easy to happen. Kevin Bacon. But, Barry, has he said that out loud to people? Yes, I did that. I didn't do that. Or why he did it. If you're writing a note to someone about... If I was giving a note to someone I knew who knew my wife, just say, even if it's a cafe, for example, would I then write down, she's got brown hair, green eyes, fair, light olive skin? Would I do that? Or would I just say, I think she was, in her gear. This is her gear. It's the blue helmet. Because you know that this person knows what Suzanne looks like. So there's too many Yes, okay, sure. It might be a clue. I've spoken about that too. You know, I've thought, you know, this is weird and everything, but at the same time, there's explanations for many things, isn't there? As we just looked at with our cards. You know, if you've got any sort of imagination whatsoever, it is very easy to explain things in many different ways. Why Salida wasn't searched, I don't know. Sorry, this is just, what a weird video. It's a two-parter, game of two halves, as they say, and it's not a very good video, and I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, I did just want to mention Vanessa of Unmasked, and what do you think about the sites that have been searched or not searched? Do you feel like law enforcement should have gone out and interviewed people at Mallory and Macy's campground? Did they go there? Did they search there? What did they find on their phones with regards to that trip? And, you know, how far out west have they searched? What RV drivers, what vehicle drivers, travellers have they spoken to? Was that indeed a hoax when someone said they heard someone call out, "Help, I'm being kidnapped"? Because we heard nothing about that afterwards. It was pretty quickly something then came out saying, oh, you know, that was a hoax apparently, sort of thing, right? Was it? We don't know. That was shut down very quickly, and that's normally something that would be talked about a lot. And, you know, that was at about 11 o'clock on Sunday morning that they said that they heard this. And, you know, someone called, I'll get her name wrong, someone on my channel mentioned it, and the person involved was can't remember the name, but it was in a Facebook group. Well, so is that truly discredited? Did they truly come out and say, I made that up? Or has someone just said, look, they made it up? So was that followed up? I mean, we have to follow everything, right? You know, people are telling you that Barry did it. He might have. They are telling you Barry done it and that they're going to find Suzanne's body. What are you going to do after this search? I just want you to think about that. What are you going to do after this search?